I can't have fun until the work is done, the pain is gone, and all desired outcomes have been achieved. I can't have fun until the work is done, the pain is gone, and all desired outcomes have been achieved. That is how we have been existing. Thank you all for your prayers, your energy, and your Reiki to help alleviate any pain in my body. I think you did more than that. I think you ignited the biggest breakthrough I've had around pain. And I had been feeling the same pain tonight, but not as sharp. And I decided to, like I often do, see what the energy was around it. And so I tuned in and I said, how do I feel about this? What is this feeling I'm feeling when I feel this pain? And initially it was, I hate you, came up right away. I hate you. And then resentment. And the resentment was so rampant. When I focused on it, I felt hundreds of neural pathway connections that were so long. And I asked myself, what is this all about? And to whom is this resentment directed? And the answer was at myself. And I realized there was a part of me that was defensive towards this resentment and disallowing the experience of feeling resentment towards me from myself. I could be resentment towards everybody else, but not myself. I could hate anybody else, but not myself. I could be angry at anybody else, but not myself. And I certainly wouldn't allow the experience of feeling resentment or hatred or anger towards myself from myself. Then I gave myself permission, okay, you not only can feel resentment towards me, I'm talking to myself, but you can also feel resentment towards me for the rest of my life. To the end of time, I give you limitless permission to feel resentment towards me. And in that moment, I realized it was never personal. It had never been personal. And that I was in such a powerful position to validate these feelings towards myself and give myself ultimate freedom and love and the gift of self-expression towards myself. And once that energy cleared, I went through a host of other feelings, even to the point where I said, oh, if I don't do religion the way that I grew up, I deserve to be punished. It took me 90 minutes, this process. And at the end of this process, spirits cleared so much heavy energy around pain that I was finally able to see, oh, you're in pain, honey, what do you need? And it was natural. So, oh my God, you're in pain, what do you need? Can I get you some medicine? It was compassion that came through after all of this clearing. And then Source showed me what it had showed me years ago and said the biggest antidote to pain is playfulness. The biggest antidote to disease, whether it's chronic or acute, is playfulness. And I know that, and I've known that for years. But I kept saying, but there's still a problem, right? There's still a problem I need to solve. And then tonight, Spirit had me look at all of my blocks to experiencing fun and playfulness. And I said, well, I need to finish work before I play. I said, the pain needs to be gone before I can have fun, of course. Of course the pain needs to be gone before I have fun. I said, well, I need to attain all of my goals and achieve all of the desired outcomes before I can have fun. And then I remembered a moment when I was a teenager, and my sister and her best friend, we were all going to basically wreak havoc. I'm not going to tell on them, but we were about to wreak havoc. We were about to do something to somebody else that they had done to us. We were about to pain back somebody. And I was so indoctrinated, I said, no, we can't do this, even though we were in a playful mood. So no, we can't do this. This is who we are, and we have to take the higher road. We can't do that. And my sister and her best friend said, oh my God, you're the fun police. You can't let us have just fun. We're just having fun. And that stuck in my mind, that I was the fun police. But I realize now that the indoctrination in our society is the fun police. And that the one frequency that can guarantee our healing, we are shamed for feeling the frequency of playfulness and fun. We are shamed for feeling, unless everyone in our experience can feel the same. Why are you having fun, my child, when I'm so exhausted from work? Why are you having fun, my child, when I'm in so much pain? Why are you having fun, my child, when I need to be sleeping? We deserve to have fun and to be playful before the work is done, before the pain is gone, before all desired outcomes are achieved, before we even get enough sleep. We deserve to be playful and to have fun. What is your block from having fun, from experiencing playfulness? Can you see what it is? Can you feel, can you sense the frequency? Can you sense the frequency of what's blocking you? What's shaming you? What's deterring you? What's causing you to have fear around being playful and having fun? Is it the feeling of disease? Is it the feeling of unsafety? Is it the fear of being punished? where there's confirmation that it's a time for us to release this collective wounding around playfulness, full self-expression, childlike nature. Fear of not being taken seriously. Well, what is being taken seriously? What does that give you? Some of you are saying, the confirmation that I exist. So it's an existential crisis. Ultimately, it is guilt that shields the frequency of playfulness and joy. We always say in this society that there's more work to do, that the work is never ending, that there's always more work. But when do we say there's always more joy? When do we say that the joy is never ending? That the playfulness is never ending? That the fun is never ending? And that there will always be more playfulness and always be more fun? But instead we say the pain is never ending. So it's time to check our belief systems. For me, the joy will never end. And even though I can't feel that right now, I've created a paradigm for it to exist at all. And I ask that you plant that seed with me. Between us, the seed will grow. And we could live in a new earth. I love you. This is amazing work we are all doing. I say the work you're doing, and when I said doing the work that feels like it's meaningful, and that it brings you closer to unreasonable, unquestionable, unfathomable care and love for yourself that you've rediscovered. That you rediscovered that had never been gone or lost. Just shielded. May the joy be with you. I love you.